Well,
how do you say hello in Russian?
Привет.
Oh yeah, I knew that. Привет.
Okay, what else? What else do you know in Russian?
Da.
Okay.
Because I had this maintenance guy. His name was Victor, and he's like the sweetest, best maintenance guy I've ever had. But he barely spoke any English. And every time I gave him any kind of instruction, he'd be like, da, 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 da. But he never knew what I was talking about.
So,
Actually, you know what? I think he was Ukrainian, actually. I don't think he was Russian.
but he probably spoke Russian.
They're similar, right? It's kind of like Spanish and Italian.
I mean, I would like to say that, but I know Ukrainians don't like when we say that. So, they're two different languages. Let's leave it at that.
Okay, fair enough.
So, привет. Merry motherfucking Christmas.
Merry Christmas. What does it say? Merry vibes.
Merry Christmas Eve Eve.
I know, it is December 23rd, 2024. We were just having a very intimate conversation about potentially doing a habit change in January. Should we bring that up or no?
Yeah, of course. Go ahead.
So, dry January is always a thing that I'm like, that's funny. No thanks. But I'm thinking, like, should we try it? I'm thinking we try it. And you're working on your habit. I'm going to work on my habit.
My habit is falling in love with shitty men.
That too. No, it's not. You haven't fallen in love. You and I are like, you know what? I almost want to challenge us both to quit our habits, at least for January. Let's see how we feel. I'm going to cut out the drinking. You can cut out the vaping. And then maybe we try and go on a couple dates.
Maybe you can go on them and tell me about those, and I will be sober, but also filled with information for my best friend.
You don't even want to try it?
Not yet.
Okay.
Well, first of all, I don't want to get on apps.
I know, that's the tricky part. Because I don't either, but I would really like to go. I think it's good learning experience, even for your
No, that's great.
yourself.
I've gone on enough dates for me to have like date experience for sure. You, I don't know, but
Girl,
I
I am older than you. I've got 2 kids. Come on, I've done my fair share of dating.
No, I mean in the last couple of years, like dating from the apps.
No, I've done a lot of that. I mean, I met my daughter's dad on the apps. I met my ex-husband on the apps.
Oh, okay. So
The apps suck. I mean, where else can we meet people though? Like, I just feel like going on dates would be healthy.
Okay, really quick. I was at this party this past Saturday, and there was this girl that I have met a few times prior. She is dating like a friend, like a mutual friend, whatever. And I finally asked her, I was like, hey, like, I'm sorry I never asked, but how'd you guys meet?
Yeah.
And she said that she was at Kaiser, basically. She was getting her like yearly exam, her physical, and he was there for something else too. And they were both in the elevator, and he was like, he said something about because she was holding her hand because she just got her blood drawn, and he asked something. He was like, oh, like, did you lose a lot of blood or something? And then she was like, I was so like, just let me go. Like, what are you doing? Like, why are you talking to me in the elevator? Like, ew, weird. And then like he just kept talking, but and then they kind of started walking towards the same car type of thing. And she was like, "Where are you walking to?" And he was like, "Do you want to maybe go get some coffee and talk?" And they're dating.
Wow. How would you feel
So
about
it
that?
does happen.
But how would you feel about that? Like, would you give somebody the time of day who approached you like that?
Well, if they're handsome,
Yeah, see, that's the problem is like,
you know what I mean? Like
or would that freak you out?
I'm not like a mean person when it's like but obviously if you're giving me creepy vibes and if you're not making me comfortable, yes, of course I'm going to be like, stay the fuck away. You know what I mean? But if somebody just like started a conversation with me at the grocery store, yes, because I have had really intense, almost like sexual chemistry conversations with Trader Joe's cashiers.
I was literally just gonna say with Trader Joe's cashiers.
Like literally. So I have no problem with like talking to people, but they just gotta like have a good aura
But
around
like
them, you
taking it
know?
that next step, I think is where it gets tricky. Like we
Well,
all
that's
want
where
to meet. Go ahead. I'm
well,
sorry.
that's where men need to act like man. See, he was like, "Do you want to get coffee?"
Fair enough. But I feel like sometimes when men do that, even if we think they're fine, it's like kind of like, ooh, I don't know. That's a little forward. Like I don't know. Even if I had like a fine
Yeah,
man who
but if he
came.
was, but he, I don't know, but if he was cute and I just kind of believed my instinct, yeah, I would go.
Okay. Well, then I hope that happens for you in 2025 because I would love for both of us to just like meet new people, explore ourselves and what's out there, you know?
Yeah, that's great. I think we can talk more about it when we talk about like our goals and wishes and
Okay.
aspirations for 2025. But in 2025, I sort of want to focus, like, I'm not really thinking, I'm like decentralizing men
Sure.
and I'm like putting more effort into my career and my personal growth and
I love
sort of
that.
like seeing where my life takes me because this is the age where I'm like, okay, like what's happening, what are we doing, like what is the career path, what is it looking housing wise, like I'm gonna start thinking about like, do I want to own, do I want to move somewhere else, you know what I mean, like I want
That's
to
great.
spend time on that. And I think this year has really helped me to, again, I mentioned, as to decentralize men, not to be like everything is about me finding a man.
Oh, totally.
Everything is
It
about
shouldn't
me
be.
getting in a relationship. Like
No.
everything is about me. So I kind of like want to get away from that because there's a lot of work that I want to do on myself, with myself, around myself. And I think it'll be good. And I think once I'm like sort of in this place where I'm like, okay, like I like where this is going, I know that's when that guy is going to show up.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I definitely don't want I don't think it's healthy to be like, I need a man, I want a man. Like my
Yeah.
whole persona, my whole life is
Yeah.
revolving around me finding a man. But I do think that, we talked about it earlier, but it's just like I don't know that I don't think we're meant to be alone forever. And I feel like
No,
the
no.
longer I'm alone, the more comfortable I get. And I used to always think like I need to work on myself. I need to be the best version of myself to find somebody. I don't necessarily agree with that anymore. Like I want to find somebody to do this journey of life with me, to grow with me. Like I'm done having
Yeah.
kids. I'm happy in my career. But
Yeah.
I'm lonely and eventually like I really would like to find someone, but I don't think I'm just going to
Yeah.
run into them working at home and going to the office every day. Like I don't do anything else. So I guess the
Yeah,
journey looks
absolutely.
different. The journey looks different for everybody, but like that's something I'd love to
Absolutely.
explore. I'd love to explore that. But anyway,
Yeah. So
um
let's go back to dry January where we started.
yes. I think we should try it.
Okay.
I love my booze, so that I'm already like, ew, this sucks, and it hasn't even started yet. But I think that it would be really good. I think it's good too to just like to clear the mind and to do something hard. You know what I mean? Like ask
How
your
about a dry January and you ready?
no.
2 workouts a week.
Oh God. Dry January is gonna be hard enough. Get on this thing, you mean, that I spent all this money for that collects dust?
I mean, you're going to need to do something.
You know what though? If I'm not drinking in the evening, I think getting on that thing is gonna be a lot easier.
So maybe.
Okay, let's do it. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Let's pray on it and leave that alone and
Yep.
just see what happens in January. Um
Catch us with our mocktails in January. Let's come to the pod with like the fanciest, cutest, yummiest mocktails through January.
Send us recipes.
Okay. Yeah.
Let us know what's up. So, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, whoever is celebrating what. Happy holidays. If you are living somewhere in the climate with snow,
I
I
know.
am really fucking jealous of you.
Me too. Me too.
Which is so crazy. I don't understand why you guys don't get snow like in
We,
December.
I know we do in like later months, sometimes,
Like
not
you
always.
like you are not a place where it's like snow. Like you're supposed to be it's supposed to be snowy and cold.
You think so? When you think of Washington, do you think of
Yeah,
that?
because you guys are up in the mountains.
No, no, girl. Like we have mountains. Like Mount Rainier is snowy, and like Snoqualmie is
But
snowy.
like when I'm talking about like climate zones, like you are away from the equator. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
elevated.
you
Yeah,
are
for
up
sure.
there. It's supposed to be colder.
I mean, it's colder for sure. It's I think today it's like 39.
That's
But
cold.
it's, we have another bomb cyclone tonight. Speaking of weather, remember whatever the hell a bomb cyclone is? We had one recently. It like was insane. And
Yeah.
they just did a little. They did a warning. I just got a warning on my phone that there's another bomb cyclone happening tonight, but it's supposed to be like not as bad as the last one. The last one was wild. Like obviously, I'm in property management. We like almost half of my properties were out of power for weeks. Like people were out of power for weeks, and it was horrible. Like it was humbling. There was like some residents who were so sweet. They were, I have a couple property managers under me that are just like they went above and beyond. I was so proud of them, but they went door to door as you should in a power outage.
Yeah.
Because like if somebody is elderly or
Yeah.
in a wheelchair and they're trapped, you know what I mean? Because all my buildings are either mid-rise or high-rise, so like there's no
Yes.
just walking out. You have to get on the elevator, and if we
Yeah.
have no power for weeks, you can't go on the elevator, so everyone has to use the stairs. It's just chaos, dude. Like chaos. So I had like property managers going door to door, like, "Are you okay? Do you need anything?" And there was a couple people who were trapped in their apartment, and we had to call the firefighter to come and lift these old, people down, and they had to do that for a week and a half. But then we had a couple residents who like left negative reviews and like we haven't had
Well, my
power in a week.
well, which you didn't have to do anything with that. Like you know what I mean? It's you can't fix the power.
Well,
Like that's
exactly. I
not in your
know.
power. But also, what happens as a renter? What happens if like they didn't have any power for like 2 weeks? Do they get like like rent cut down or no? Okay.
I always explain it like think about your mortgage. Like if you
Okay.
live in your house, you're paying your mortgage, you can't really call and talk about your loan and be like, "Well, this one thing wasn't, I guess that's a bad example.
But
It's
I
something
think I
outside
think
of
no
our control."
Yeah, but I think no matter how much you're going to try to explain it to me as a renter and as somebody who hasn't been in your shoes, I'm going to be like, "No, like I'm entitled for a discount. What the hell?" Blah, blah, blah.
I
Dude,
know.
I say it all the time. When something breaks and I'm like, "Give my money back, dude."
Well,
As soon as I start working in the industry, I'm going to be like, "Fuck no, you're not getting shit." Da, 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 da.
it depends on the situation because if we had like I've had so many situations where we've put people in hotels or we've given them half a month free or a month free. If it makes sense and it's the right thing to do, then absolutely. Like
Yeah.
if the power is out because we were upgrading an apartment and we hit a line and the whole building went out, that's our fault and we'll make it right. Like we would
Yeah.
discount
Yeah, yeah,
rent,
yeah.
put you in a hotel, like all that stuff, right? But anyway, I don't want to go too deep down that rabbit hole because that's like I don't want to mix. I don't want to put my business out there. But anyway, so tonight we're supposed to have another bomb cyclone, but no snow. It's just been rainy and just rainy. It's just rain, rain,
Well, I guess
rain.
like I should be grateful because at least we don't have like the rain and like the depressing, cloudy, nasty weather. It's California, it's gorgeous out. It's like high 60s, like mid 70s. I mean,
Perfection.
it's perfect,
That's
obviously.
perfect.
Like I'm
That's
blessed.
that's what I live for. Like
Yeah.
mid
But like
70s.
on a Christmas day, I wouldn't mind snow.
I know. You know what's crazy is when I was growing up, I mean, global warming is so real, and I can't believe some people think it's not. But when I was growing up, we always had, not like a ton of snow, but we always had a white Christmas. Just like a little dusting of snow, just
Yeah.
enough, like through the end of December. And then now, never. We never get snow. It's
But
way hotter.
did you live in the same
Yeah.
area that you live right now?
Yep.
Global warming.
Well, it's just true.
It's
It
a
just is what it
thing.
is. It is
It's a
absolutely,
thing.
absolutely. But anyway, and even
Uh,
in the mountains aren't like they used to be. Like
yep.
we were just talking about you coming to visit and going sledding or not sledding, tubing.
Tubing.
The the snow resort is just barely about to open, and normally they would have already been open. Like
Yeah.
there hasn't been enough snow, so they're just like starting to open.
But I think I'm hoping that when we go at the end of January, I think that'll be a good time, right?
Yeah, it should be perfect. It should be
Okay.
perfect. Yeah,
Perfect.
I
I'm
would say like,
excited, dude. I haven't done that in like so long. I'm literally going to be
oh,
running around like a kid.
oh, I can't wait. It's
I
fun.
love snow. Yeah.
Snow's fun.
So, you had a beautiful Christmas celebration with your family today. What'd you
I
cook?
did.
What did your brunch look like?
Yeah, so I had my cousins, my two boy cousins, my mom's brothers, sons, then my grandpa, and then my brother and his family over to my house. And hosting is always like, I never think of myself as like a good host. Like I'm not, I have a very lived in house, I feel like. Like I have nice things, but I'm not like your typical like, oh, shoes off, like, oh, don't spill, don't, you
I
know.
feel like people who don't think that they are good at something usually are very good at that.
Really? I don't know.
I think you are an amazing hostess. Like you made me feel very welcome
Oh.
when I visited a few times. Like you were, I mean, I don't know. I think you're an amazing host.
Oh, you're so sweet. I'm just like I'm very much so like just maybe saying I'm a bad host isn't the right term, but like do it yourself. Like feel comfortable, feel at home. But like I'm not the one who's like, do you want this? Do you want that? What can I give you? What here's a beautiful spread. Here's a you know what I mean? Like I'm not a great cook and I like please, my house is yours. Help yourself, be at home.
I think people actually like that. I don't know. This is
Oh
just
really? Oh good.
I think people are like I think women, I'm gonna say women because mostly women are being like hosts and stuff, right? When we are being a little bit too intense and like manic about this stuff, like, oh my god, is this ready? Oh my god, would you like this? Did you have a drink? Oh my god, your drink is empty. Like that's everybody gets anxious. You know what I mean? And when you're being like you, when you're like, hey, feel free, please.
Yeah.
My home, your home.
Yeah, that's what I do. I'm like, the drinks are here, go for it. But it is kind of fun. So tomorrow, my we're going to my cousin's house on my dad's side of the
Mhm.
family, and like they're a little more. I don't think they watch this or listen to this, but I love them to death. But they're a little more like
I'll make sure to send it to them.
I know, right? Bougie, if you will. Like they're
Ain't nothing wrong. I mean, whatever.
I know. I'm hoping I'm not being offensive because I love my family so much and they're beautiful and their house is beautiful. But everything they have is like just beautiful. They do like last year we had like a cocktail that had like
I
glitter in
I
it.
remember. I remember you
Yeah.
sent it to us.
And it was amazing. But I'm like, here is a dollar store plastic cup that says cheers. Here is an eggnog or the brute whatever for the $8 champagne for your mimosa. Help
It does the
yourself. Love
job,
you.
right?
Yeah. Like so I guess all I'm saying is like I'm not that like I'm just like
Yeah,
a
yeah. Okay, I know what you mean. You're not like HGTV kind of
right. Thank
hostess.
you. Yes. No, absolutely not. No. I texted my brother this morning. I'm like, hey bro, do you have some folding chairs like for the kid table? Because I got a table, but I got no chairs. Like that's
Yeah.
just where I'm at, you know what I mean? But anyway, so I made French toast and then
Okay.
I made French toast and then just provided like drinks. And then my family, I just told everyone to bring something.
Okay.
And so my brother brought frittatas
Oh,
and they were so good. He's on this like he's lost over 100 pounds. He's like so fit and
very
healthy.
healthy.
Yes. And so this is like his thing that he eats regularly, like most
Mm-hmm.
mornings. But it's like a spinach and tomato frittata with
Oh,
feta. It was so good. And then my sister-in-law made homemade cinnamon rolls.
oh.
And then my cousin Zach, love him to death, but bachelor like ran to Costco this morning and brought like a pie or something. I don't know what it was like a cake. Coffee cake?
Hey, a man who still went to Costco, bought something, and
Absolutely.
brought. Well, hold on. Let me get Zach's number.
You should, girl. My cousin's
Okay.
cute.
Okay,
He's
let's
single.
hop off this video later and talk about
Oh
it.
my god. I'll send you his number.
Okay.
But he came in, he's funny as hell too, but he came in and he's like, well, here's my contribution, here's my Costco. He's like, I went and waded through the line, so that stands for something. I'm like,
That
yeah, thanks,
counts.
thanks, cousin. And then my cousin Casey and his wife Natalie brought turkey bacon and like some quiches. So it was really
Oh,
good. Yeah, it was good.
great. I love
Grandpa
it.
bought like a pumpkin, pumpkin pie we didn't eat, but we will.
Grandpa does not need to worry about anything. He can come
Oh, he brought fruit
empty-handed
too. I know.
to any event, and that just his presence
We love
is
Grandpa.
enough.
I know.
I love Grandpa. I can't wait to meet him.
He's such a sweetie. And we do like like a little white elephant exchange because we don't really like the adults in my family don't buy for each other.
Yeah, I
Except for
think
my
white elephant is.
brother.
I think it's super fun. I love white elephants.
I know. And sometimes we do like you never know what you're going to get with this side of the family. We don't do pricing. Which is kind of fun because some
Yeah, because you
items,
can get something like really big or
yeah,
something like really silly, right?
yeah. So usually Grandpa will put like $100 in something stupid, and then somebody also bring like a taco blanket, and then somebody also bring like a $75 whatever. So like it's
Yeah,
all over the place. So people are really like fighting for things. It was fun. It was good. It was a good time, and the kids had a blast, and it was good.
perfect. And then what are you doing on Christmas Day? Because I know Christmas Day is like a little tough with the kids, right? Because you
Yeah,
have to like take them to different homes, different places, or how are you going to do Christmas?
we used to do that.
Oh,
This year, um, my son's dad's girlfriend, basically like my son's stepmom, to be honest, they've been together for so long, but she called me and was like, can we just talk through the holidays? Like, do you want to just not
oh yeah,
race
yeah, I remember.
around? And I was like, that sounds great. And so we decided to just let Madden, my older one, choose. And he wanted to be home. So with me. So he's just going to be, he was with his dad yesterday and the day before. And then he's going to be with me for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, both. And then Ivana, my daughter's dad, she was with him yesterday. And
Hmm.
then she's going to be with him tomorrow morning. So Christmas Eve morning.
Okay.
I guess he's got some, this is so random, but she told me that he's going to get his Christmas tree tomorrow morning. I'm like,
Right on
okay, bro.
time.
Yeah, for one day, okay. But that's fine. So she's going to go with him tomorrow morning to get his Christmas tree on Christmas Eve. And then Christmas morning, I am the bigger person and I invited my daughter's dad over to watch him. Like my son's dad has a whole family. Like he's got another son, his girl. They do their own thing. But like my daughter's dad is kind of alone, and so I try like it's uncomfortable around him. I don't particularly like him, but it's like it. Ivana loves it. My daughter loves to be able to be with both of us, and
Yeah.
I hope that he appreciates me inviting him. Otherwise, he's just totally
I
alone.
hope in his own way he does because that's very special what you guys are doing. Like you're being there and she opening both of your presents. Like I think it's just super cool.
Yeah, I kind of dread it, just to be honest, because it's just uncomfortable, like in my space in my house with
It's
this
not
person.
it's not anything you haven't done before. Okay?
Yeah, so it'll be fine. It's fine. It's for the kids. It's for Ivana. He's very generous. He brings lovely gifts. Like it's all fine. It's just
Yes.
eventually we won't do this once I get married and have this amazing man in my life. It's not going to work out, but for now, it's whatever. What about you? Tell me about your plans for Christmas and Christmas Eve.
So I wanted to interject when you said like, oh, he's just getting the tree. And I'm like, yeah, like it's kind of funny, but also not really, because like this is usually the time when we start like putting the tree in Russia because like
Oh, really?
we don't celebrate Christmas, right? So for us, the
Oh,
most important holiday is New Year's,
New
which is the
Year's. You said
31st.
that. Yep.
So we don't and the then we also have another holiday which is January 14th, and it's I don't even know how to explain it, but it's called Old New Year's. We're
Oh,
basically celebrate the year before and we say like it was still a good year. You know what I mean? It's not about like Happy New Year. It's about like let's talk about the year before.
So wait, so on January 1st, do you you bring in the new year?
31st at night. Yes, we bring in
Okay,
a
yeah.
new year until like 6 o'clock in the morning.
Dang. And then the 14th, you roll it back and talk about the previous year.
Yes, but we
Huh.
still a huge table, drinking, parties, family. And January 14th, 15th, 16th, that's usually the time when people get rid of their tree. So, I mean, in my
Oh.
family, like my dad hated it. He would always be like, take it down, take it down. I'm so tired of it. Like, blah, blah, blah. And I would be like, dude, just let it fucking sit there until the end of January. Like, what's the fucking problem? Like, you paid all that money. And when we would get like real trees for a very long time, but like, you paid all that money. We spent all that time decorating. What does it do to you? It's a tree.
Totally. Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't do any harm, but my dad. So, so that's why I sort of understand where he's coming from. Like,
That's a good
Christmas, again,
perspective.
like I work tomorrow, and when I tell people that I work tomorrow, they're like, "You're working on a Christmas Eve?" And I'm like, "Yeah, like, yeah, I'm off Christmas Day because everybody's off, right? We're closed, but like I'm working, and I don't celebrate Christmas in the way that I think most people do. Most Americans slash Christian Americans do. You know what I mean? It's just
Yeah.
like it's not it for me. It's like a cool time, I guess. But like come New Year, that's my
What are you going to do
that's
on
my
New
time.
Year? Do you know what you're going to do?
Well, I'm going over to Yadi's, and we're having a Y2K themed party.
Oh my God, how fun. I want to
AKA,
go.
I'm just gonna wear a Juicy Couture tracksuit.
Oh
That's
my God, that
literally what
says
I'm gonna.
juicy on the butt.
Yes.
Oh my God. With some
That's
Uggs.
my costume. I'm gonna be super comfortable.
Oh, I want to come. I wish.
You're welcome. Any minute, any second.
I don't know. I love you guys. That sounds so fun. What isn't there a what do you call it when you do something over and a tradition where you like burn something and eat it? Isn't that New Year's?
Well, yeah. So basically, what we do, and we write down like the wish, and then we burn
Yes.
it and put it in champagne and drink it.
Yes.
But for the last year, I ate 12 grapes. Obviously, didn't get married, didn't get engaged,
Oh
didn't fall in
yes,
love.
under your table, and Max was trying to get him right. He was like
But
licking
I'm
his
gonna do
face.
it again this year. I'm persistent.
That was cute. Oh, I love that. I remember that video. That was
Uh huh.
adorable.
Okay. You want to play some Christmas trivia?
Yes,
Okay. Julianne,
Fatima.
how many countries do not celebrate Christmas? A,
Ooh.
0. B, 12. C, 18. D, 25.
C18. You know, my
Good
mom
job.
told me growing up. She's like, if you ever don't know the answer to a test and it's multiple choice, always pick C. And I
No
swear
shit.
it always works for me. She's like,
Where were you when I was in high school?
yeah, I swear to God, like even on my real estate for my broker's license, I was like, if I didn't know it, it was C, and it would be right.
It is C.
I really appreciate the multiple choice. I thought you were just gonna ask that question. I was like, oh shit.
Well, some of them are going to be multiple choice, some of them are going to be just questions. Okay, how
Oh
long does
God.
it take for a Christmas tree to grow?
Is there no multiple choice on this one?
Nope.
Is it in days? A year. I'm gonna say a year.
7 years.
7 years? Wow, that's wild. So what about these Christmas tree farms that like they're cut down every year and then they plant in? They must be at all different phases of their life, I guess.
Maybe they're talking about like Christmas tree in a wild and the Christmas tree that they like planted themselves type of thing.
I bet you can put some shit in that Christmas tree to like make it grow fast. Some like
Exactly.
pesticides,
Exactly.
steroids. That's interesting. Wow, seven
Okay.
years. That makes me feel really bad about people cutting them down.
Where was Jesus born?
In a manger in Jerusalem.
No.
Fuck, are you serious? Israel.
Well, Israel is the place, the country.
Jerusalem. No? Is it Jerusalem?
Bethlehem.
Oh, I knew that. Oh my God. My ancestors are turning in their graves.
Oh, they're fine. How many candy canes does USA produce every year? A, 500,000. B,
Mhm.
1 billion. C, 1.76 billion. D, over 2 billion.
C. Is it
It's
C?
actually C.
I'm telling you. See? Girl, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. It's if it's a tricky question, it's C. I don't know
It's
why.
a
It's just C.
conspiracy theory at this point. Like, I need to look into it.
I'm
But
telling you.
USA produce 1.76 billion candy canes every year. Can
That's
we just roll them over from the previous years? Like, where do they go?
that's what I was gonna say. I would love to hear a poll about how many are actually eaten and how many are thrown into the landfill.
Jules, I don't remember last time I ate a candy cane.
Oh, they're good.
I
You
know,
never
but I
did you
don't.
used to like did you suck on them to make them spiky and like weapons?
No,
Is that an
because
American
candy
thing?
canes are not a thing in Russia either.
Yeah. Well, probably for the best. It's not good for
Uh,
their teeth.
according to the song, a very popular song,
Okay.
what was roasting on an open fire?
Chestnuts. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Jack Frost nipping at shore. Is it nose or toes? Nose. My daughter asked me.
Continue.
My daughter asked me to like literally 5 minutes before we started recording. She was singing. Oh my God, Wicked. She was singing.
It's me.
Yes, 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 yes. And she came in and was like, "Do I have a good voice?" And I was just like, she was like, "You can be honest with me. I just really want to know. Do I have a good voice?" And I was like,
Were you honest?
no. I
Be
was like,
honest.
no, no. She has a horrible voice, but I was just like,
It's so beautiful.
yeah. I was like, I love everything about you. So because it's your voice, I love your voice.
Oh,
But she's
that's a good
7.
way.
Yeah, she's
That's a
not.
good way to put it.
She's not a singer,
Uh,
but that's okay. She's very talented in many other ways.
yes. And we've talked about this many, many times, but I'm a true believer that anybody can learn how to sing
They
if
say
they
that.
have if
They
they
say that.
have the proper training.
They say that. I took voice lessons when I was little, and that's what she told me. She was like, if you anybody can learn how to sing, but you have to learn, and it's a skill you learn.
Well, unless you're like deftone.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'm a good singer. Like I tried,
I
but
think you are. I think you are. I think you like music and I think you can actually hear music very well.
yeah, I don't know. I'm somewhere in the middle. I mean, I'm not horrible, but I'm definitely not great. But I do think some people have a natural talent. But I think
Of course.
but I think if you don't have that talent, you can still learn.
But I truly believe if I started working with a vocal coach right now, a year from now, I can be a mediocre singer,
I
which
think so too.
most of our pop music is mediocre singers.
100%. I was thinking about that
So,
the other day, and I'm like, some of these people who are famous, I'm like, how? Why? It's not their
yep,
voice.
we make wrong people famous.
True.
How old is Santa? That's a right famous person. How old is Santa?
Ooh. Does Santa age, or is he always the same?
He ages. That motherfucker's old.
I know he's old, but he's always old. Like it's not like he's not dead. Is it?
No,
Is
he's
it?
not dead.
Can I say C? No? Are we
Which
not doing
is,
multiple things? Okay.
well, just give me a guess. Throw me a
I'm gonna
guess.
say. I want to say 75 or 80. I'm gonna say.
Have you lost your fucking mind, dude? We're talking about like centuries.
Oh, you mean like when did he like?
Yes.
Oh, like how long has he been in the works for? I thought you meant like looking at him. How old
She's
would you
like,
guess?
she's like, he retired 5 years ago. He should be like
He's
65.
you're talking about like he's 300 years old type of shit.
Okay, no, higher.
Girl, I don't know. A
One
century?
1,750 years.
That's how old Santa Claus is.
Yes, he's old.
I'm gonna stick with 75.
an old bag of bones.
Oh, poor
And
Sam.
that girl is still singing. You know what? I was at work the other day and we were like in this silly mood, and I was like, you guys, I need to ask you something. Santa baby and hurry down the chimneys. I'm like,
Mhm.
I'm sorry. What kind of relationship does she have with Santa? Hurry up the chimney tonight so he's done that before? Like, who is she? What's her like? I need to know all this information now because this song is horny.
It is horny. It's meant to be horny.
I know, and I always say that we need more horny music for Christmas and more horny Christmas movies and all that stuff. But like Santa Baby is like it's
That's
racy.
it's very racy. Some of these songs are wild. One of my favorites is the. Have you heard the "Grandma got ran over by a reindeer"? Who made that up? And he's like, "You can say there's no such thing as Santa, but as for me and Grandpa, we believe." I'm just like, what the?
Totally forgot about that song. That's such a good song.
It came on. It came on immediately after. All I want for Christmas is my two front teeth. Like earlier today, and I was like, "What is this? What is this?"
These are the songs that they don't play on the radio. That's the good stuff.
That's the good stuff. You know what though? Ivana heard the 12 Days of Christmas, like on the first day, like the original
Like
old
look
one.
into me. I love that song.
She does too. She heard the original one. She's like, "This is the best song. Can we play it again?" Like she loves it.
I love how kids like the repetition of stuff like
Totally.
brings them joy. Like if they
Yeah.
like something, they have to watch it a million times, listen
Yes.
to it 1,000 times. Like it's
Yes.
just it's interesting. Okay. Um can I tell you a little story about where stockings came from?
Yes. I'd love to know.
I just found out when I was researching, and it's actually very interesting. So
Okay.
it's all happened by accident. So apparently, many, many, many moons ago, there was a noble man, and his wife had passed, and he had three daughters. They were very poor. He didn't have any money, and they didn't have a lot of space in their home. So the girls used to hang their clothes and their stockings by the fireplace because they would just dry them up, right?
Uh-huh.
And Saint Nick heard about these people and how they're struggling, and he was like, well, let me help them a little bit. So when he was like going through it, he just threw some coins into the stockings, and the next morning they woke up and they like bought shit for themselves, and then they got
Oh,
married and they were happy and whatever. So that's how stockings came around. How cool is that?
oh, I love that. That's a fun fact. I'm glad you shared that.
And I always say that I think stocking presents, unpopular opinion, but sometimes they're a lot better than the actual present. I love the variety. I'm the type of person, I don't want one big gift. I don't want you to like buy me like one big cool thing. Give me 10 different cheap things, but I just want to have like the little knickknacks in my hands. You know what I mean?
Yeah, me too, honestly. My mom made Christmas so special for us, and like our stockings were always just overfilling and so many, like wrapped every little thing and just like all, it was so amazing. Like by the time I got done with my stocking, I was like done. Like I felt like I mean, she made it like huge. Like, you'd walk into the living room, it was just like so magical. But I can't compare, like, I struggle with stocking stuff, especially with my son. I struggle so bad. Like
Like what to buy.
yeah. Like I feel like for especially for like a teenage boy, like I buy him the dumbest shit. Like a little cologne,
But that's the stuff that
underwear.
he's gonna use. Like, what it's
Yeah.
dumb, but it's he's gonna use that, right?
I know, but like that's not fun. I don't know. And like I don't
I mean,
know.
he's coming up to that age where like not everything is like fun. Like when it comes to like toys and stuff. Like I remember obviously when I was younger I wanted like fun presents. Now I'm like, can you give me yoga pants? I need socks.
Same.
I need shampoo. I need
Yeah.
like give me stuff that I'm going to use in my life.
Totally. Yeah. So tomorrow on Christmas Eve we do a secret Santa, not a white elephant, but a secret Santa where we're like each adult picks out one
Yeah.
person. You have a
Mhm.
$75 limit, but you like
That's pretty
pick.
good.
Yeah, so we have a $75 limit. Everybody has somebody, and then you make like a list of what you like. And it's hard for me because it's like,
This
what?
this Olipop vintage cola, disgusting.
Oh, really? My kids love Olipop, but I don't think I've had
But
that
I pick
one.
But I paid like what, $250 for this, so
Yeah,
I'm
they're
gonna
so
drink it.
expensive. They're so expensive.
So, what? Who did you get, and what did you get them?
Why did I bring this up? Because I guess like that's my one gift I get for the year. Because like nobody else in my family buys gifts, and you. I still have my every day. I wear my little bracelet.
Ah, it's so gorgeous.
I know, I love it. I wear it every day. But besides that, like I don't get gifts. Like all my kids don't
What
get me
about? Hold
gifts.
on. What about the fathers of
Oh,
your
I'm
children?
sorry. My son's dad doesn't give me anything, but my daughter's dad does. I should give him credit. He always gets me a nice gift too. He lets Ivana pick it out, so it's special. But it's like last year she got me a YSL like set with like lotions and
I remember
perfume.
that was very nice.
Yeah, and then he's gotten me like Tory Burch shoes, things like that. So he gives
Yeah.
really good gifts. We got him. I let Ivana pick it out, and I'm not a good gift giver either. Like I'm really not. But
Again, you say that, but
but
you
here's the
are.
thing: you're easy because you talk and like I don't have a relationship with this
I
man, so
okay.
you
Okay.
know what I mean. Like
Okay.
you and I talk, so that's easy. Like you'll say
Like
something
you
and then I
don't
can,
really know that person that well to be like, yeah, okay.
which sounds crazy because I have a child with him, but I really don't know
Yeah.
the man.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
But anyways, so I just told Ivana like, what do you want to get daddy? And like we went to Costco and I just said gave her free reign, like pick it out, and she picked out golf balls because he's golfing now. So she got this little thing of golf balls. It was like $50, but like it's just golf balls. And then
$50 for some golf balls.
I
What
know,
the
but
fuck?
whatever. I know he's gonna open it probably and be like, this is lame. But anyway. And then she did like a really cute at her school, you can give money to the kids like in a little envelope and they get to shop at like this little shop at school. They turn the library into like a store. And they have
Oh,
all these like really
I
small.
remember. I remember she was telling us the other day. Yeah.
She had like really small thing. Everything's like $10 or
Yeah.
five. Like they have $5, $3, 10.
Hmm.
And so it's really cute because like she gets to pick it out. And so she wanted to get something for Madden, her dad, me, and grandpa. So she got grandpa this like
Sweetness.
she got grandpa, he opened it today. It was like those straw tops?
Uh-huh.
Like he doesn't even drink out of a straw, but it was a straw top and it said I love you. And then she got Madden some socks and a bracelet that has a baseball on it. And then I
Aw.
don't know what she got me. And then for her dad, she got him this tiny button that says soccer.
Hey,
So I'm
it
like,
says soccer, okay? I know he plays soccer, so
yeah. So he gets a button that says soccer and golf balls. That's his gift. I'm sure he'll give me
well,
something nice, but
I can't wait to see your gift on. We opened our gifts with my brother today. I was like, I need to see what you got me.
tell us what you got.
Um, I got this beautiful. I would show you right now, but I'm next week. I'll be drinking out of it. Let's do that.
Okay.
It's like this beautiful baby pinky with glittery Stanley cup.
Oh, it's got glitter on it.
Yeah, like very subtle. Like it's like a snowflake, but like very
Oh my
cute. Very
god.
cute. I got a Kansas City Chiefs shirt.
Are you a Kansas City Chiefs fan?
I have been for the past 5 years, so I guess I am.
I didn't know that. Fun fact.
Yeah. I love winners, okay?
Oh, you're
Um
okay. I got you.
She's like, okay, I got you.
Mm-hmm.
And then what else? And then he got me a set with like my favorite body cream from Sol de Janeiro, body wash, and a spray. Which my best friend got me a giant version of that spray. I will never
Oh,
run out of this.
I know exact. I have that. Is it the orange one? I can't see because you're all blurry on mine.
Yes, yes. It's my
I
favorite one.
I gave that one to Ivana because I didn't like it.
My best friend, Zhenya, says the same thing. But when she smells it on me, she was like, what is this? And I was like, that's Sol de Janeiro. She was like, oh my God,
No
that smells so
way.
good on you. Yeah. I truly believe that perfumes are so different on everybody.
I think so too. I think so too. They have to be because I've smelled certain things where I'm like, oh my god, I need that, and then when I wear it, it's just not quite the same, or vice
Yep.
versa.
Yep.
But yeah, no, I bought that because it was so hyped up, and then I was like, ugh, it's like so vanilla cupcakey, and like it almost smelled like
I mean, it's sweet. I'm not going to sit here and
it's
pretend that
very
it's
sweet.
not. But I also I only use sweet perfumes. I
I
only
like
use
sweet too, though. Normally,
I only use perfumes that have like vanilla in them.
I
But
love
this
vanilla.
new one that my best friend got me for the holidays, it's the Joe Malone one, but I've never seen the dark one.
Oh, me
And
either.
it's Mern, I don't fucking know what is this, but it's intense. It's sweet. It reminds me of Gucci Guilty. Like it's sweet, but it's more of a nighttime perfume. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
let's see.
it's
Nice.
not like you're fresh. It's like, oh,
Musky.
she's trying to
Musky?
fuck tonight.
Oh. Is it musky?
Yeah, I
Kind of.
guess. I guess, kind of. Do
That's
you want to
interesting.
continue? Okay,
I love
how do you say Merry Christmas in Spanish? Go.
Feliz Navidad.
Oh, you're so smart. Um,
I
in
know a
the
little, I
song,
took a little bit of Spanish. Took a little Spanish, know a little sign language. Everything else, I don't know.
and you know a little bit of Russian. What are you talking about?
No, I would not consider that. I mean, no. I know Da.
In the song Jingle Bell Rock, what are the characters doing in the frosty air?
Snowing and glowing and bushes of fun.
No, 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 no. That's the other part.
Giddy out, jingle hop, put your feet.
In the frosty
A
air.
mix and a mingle. Yeah, mix and a mingle and a jingling beat. Are they dancing? Are they dancing? Are
And
they prancing?
yes, dancing and prancing.
Okay, another thing about my family today, we have you ever played catchphrase?
Yes, love that game.
Oh my god, we play it every single time we get together. You probably saw my Instagram. I posted
Yeah,
one
yeah,
like
yeah.
everybody's getting so like mad and intense. That for some reason that just reminded me of that. But I love catchphrase. Okay, yeah, dancing and
I
prancing.
love when family members, because I'm really not very competitive. Like
Oh, I
I'm
am.
just here for the right type of thing, and I
Yeah,
love when people are like getting intense and starting. That's my favorite fucking thing in the world. I'm
yeah,
like
we get wild. Grandpa's always just
drama.
sitting there, like Zach. My cousin was like, I don't know if you heard him in the video, but he was like annihilating Grandpa, and I'm like, leave Grandpa alone. He's like, Grandpa
Grandma
sucks.
is grandpa. Grandpa is a winner, no matter what the outcome is.
Agree.
He wins. So that was my little Christmas trivia, and you have done a fabulous job. You're so smart.
I have a couple for you too. But you actually took a couple of mine, to be honest. So we must
Okay,
have
my
looked at the
bad.
same. That's okay. Okay. How many ghosts show up in a Christmas Carol? Have you seen a Christmas Carol?
Yeah. So one, two, three. So the 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 first one with the thing, and then the
What are they?
past,
Who are they? What kind of ghosts are they?
the ghosts of the past, the ghosts of future past, the ghost of future present, and the ghost of future Christmas. Right? Three. Oh, and his friend. His friend. Four.
Okay, so technically you got the number correct. It's four. But remember,
Okay.
it's past, wait, no. Past,
Past,
present, future.
future, and his best friend. His partner.
Oh, yeah. Marley and Marley. Yeah. Okay, good job. So you took my Jesus. Oh my God, this is so bad. I was gonna ask you where Jesus was born, but you asked me, and I couldn't get the damn question right.
Wow. Okay.
That's pretty bad. I shouldn't have said that. Mhm. Okay, what are the two most popular nicknames, if you will, for Santa Claus? Besides Santa Claus, obviously.
Father Frost.
Nope. Father Frost. I like that one. I've never heard that before.
I think it has like that weird name, but I don't know what that is. It's like weird. It doesn't even sound like Santa Claus, right?
Correct. There's two of
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, I
Did
wouldn't
you get
know them,
one?
but I know what you're talking about, but I definitely don't know them.
Okay, Kris Kringle.
Ye- What? That's so like out of whack. What does that mean? Huh?
You've heard of Kris Kringle though, right?
Yeah, but who came up with that? What does that mean?
I don't know. It doesn't make any sense.
Uh-huh.
And Saint Nick.
Okay, Saint Nick. All
Jolly
right,
old
yeah.
Saint Nicholas.
Yeah, okay, I could have known that. Okay.
Okay, Elvis isn't going to have a white Christmas. He's going to have a
Blue Christmas.
yes, girl. Blue. Yes. This one's dumb. I'm not gonna say this one.
Uh-huh.
Okay. In Home Alone, where are the McAllisters going on vacation when they leave Kevin behind?
Paris, France?
Yes, that was too
Because I
easy.
love when he's like, oh, they're back home, and he's like looking through all the toys when they're in the first house, and he's like, from Paris?
That's a classic movie. Have you seen the second one?
I can quote that movie. I've seen it like a billion bajillion times.
That's a good one. Have you watched the second one too?
Of course.
I feel like the second one's pretty good too.
It is pretty good. I do like it. I do like it because it's New York. And like when I was a kid, I was like, I want to go there.
To New York?
I want to be there. But the first one is just, I don't know. Like it's
Classic.
just, yeah, it's classic. So, I mean, I answered what I could and I'm proud of myself.
Okay. I'll leave it at that. I had some more, but I'll let
Okay,
you.
go. I didn't know you had some more.
I'll just do one more because I feel like I'm trying to pick ones. Like, I got to be fair. Like, you didn't grow up here in America. That's not really fair to ask you all these old.
So
Okay.
basically, she's like, she's basically calling me slow, you guys.
No. The fact that you know any of this stuff, the fact that you even, girl, thinking about going to another country, learning another language, and knowing anything about
Yeah.
that country just overwhelms the shit out of me. So,
But you also have to understand that Western culture and America and England in particular is very, very important to other countries. Like we love America. We want to be in America. So we research it and find out stuff and learn stuff and watch movies and learn the language. So, I mean, when people say, "Oh my God, like you learn the culture and you assimilate it," I have been knowing this for years, whereas you guys, what can you know about Russia? You don't, where can you see stuff about Russia? You know what I mean? So
yeah.
it was a lot more easier for me. A
That
lot more
makes sense.
easier.
That makes
No,
sense.
a
But
lot
also give
easier.
yourself credit because just the fact of like learning all of that is a
No,
lot.
yeah, 100%. I mean, I'm a smart kid. What are you going to say?
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I get what you're saying. I guess that makes sense. Like to know about some of these other cultures here,
Yeah,
like you would have to really want to study it. Like it's not just
exactly.
you don't learn about it. Okay, last one. In the classic Christmas movie, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the Grinch was described with 3 words. What are they?
When
That's
she said
hard.
that, when she
Huh?
said that, oh, no, I don't, like slimy,
Ooh, close.
wet.
No. Slimy was close though.
Tell them.
Stink, stink, stunk.
Huh, stink, stink, stunk. You know what?
The way you said that was really stink, stink, stink.
Like you told me like something really fucking important.
Don't you forget that, okay? Important.
Honestly, never. No, if I heard it today, I won't ever forget it. But, well, thank you so much for joining me on this beautiful Christmas Eve.
Yes.
And I wish you a very happy Christmas.
Merry
And
Christmas.
I will talk to you later. And I see you soon next week.
Okay, bye. Merry Christmas.
Mayor Chrysler.